Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we're going to be figuring out what happens if Arthur goes straight to the new camp after escaping from Guarma. So this is one of the most common requests, or most frequent requests that I've gotten on my Facebook page, where a lot of you guys send me ideas to try out and mysteries and secrets to explore. Well, this one in particular has been incredibly popular for you guys to want me to try out. And we're going to see if there's any unique lines of dialogue, alternative cutscenes, if any of the characters are like, Arthur, how did you find us here without, getting the letter that tells us that we're here? So anyways, let's set up the scene. So after you escape Guarma, Arthur and the rest of the gang essentially get on a boat. They get safe passage off of the island, and then their plan is to return to Lemoyne.
I got it for you, Javier.
Captain, can you handle the ship?
I'll be fine. Come on. We'll get going with the tide before I get any more surprise interviews with local officials.
Are you gonna be okay?
We'll be like you. We'll disappear probably. Back to Haiti. Believe me, we'll be long gone by morning.
Good. Thank you. We survived.
Just about.
What now? What now? What do you mean, what now?
I mean, we're headed back to Lemoyne again, and we're all wanted men.
We slip ashore one by one, find out what's what.
We don't cut and run now? Head back to Blackwater.
No,
Why not?
because the last thing they'll be thinking is for us to turn up.
We've been on the run for a while now, and it feels like our luck has turned. And I ain't turning back. I had a good run of it, I guess.
We ain't even played our hand yet. We just need to put some more money in our pockets. Make our escape. Broke, alone, they're gonna pick us off one by one, and you know it.
Maybe.
Not maybe. We need to split up, keep a low profile, try to track down the rest, but carefully. See if they send any mail. Arthur, you check Shady Belle. We'll find each other eventually. We always do.
And then what?
Then we meet up, we gather the family, we get some money, and get the hell out of there. That's the plan.
We all acting crazy, and that's not what I thought we were gonna be doing
We have
here.
been in a bad way. Listen, I will kill for my family. Any of you want to judge me for that? That's fine, but that is who I am. Anyone disagree? Anyone?
Now, once you get back to the main map, the game automatically puts you in a brand new mission called Dear Uncle Tacitus. And the game's instructions are actually pretty clear. It tells you to look for the gang at Shady Belle, which is the last campsite you guys had. So if you're playing this for the first time, you would just assume follow the instructions. Maybe the game is still there. Maybe they left you a clue. However, after playing this game multiple times, we know that the gang is in Lakay. So I wanted to try what would happen if you just went straight there. Would you get any unique or secret lines of dialogue? Would the gang even spawn there? Or would they not spawn until you went to Shady Belle? Those are all the things I wanted to figure out. And when we arrived, I was actually pretty surprised that they were there. Now, when you get to the campsite immediately, a cutscene actually won't immediately start playing, as you guys saw here. I kind of just stood in the middle of this area, hoping someone might turn and recognize me. That didn't happen. However, if you eventually get close enough to everyone, a cutscene will occur, and this is what happens.
Arthur! Arthur's here!
Arthur! Oh, you're alive.
Just about.
Come inside. Come on, it's raining. Hey, everybody, look who's here.
How y'all doing? Hey, old man, wake up.
Hey, Arthur, they got John.
Good to see you.
Yeah, he got arrested.
He ain't hung yet?
Not yet. They moved him to Sisika. He's been working on a chain gang.
Howdy.
Yes, they got John.
Okay. How did you folks find each other? What happened? Can somebody get me a cup of coffee or something?
It was Mrs. Adler who saved us, Dutch. After the robbery in Saint Denis, she got us away from the camp before the Pinkertons turned up. Then Mrs. Adler and Mr. Smith drove away the degenerates who were living here.
Mrs. Adler, we owe you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's been real hard, Dutch. We've been surviving, but only just. What we gonna do?
Things have been tough. There ain't no doubt about that. Trust me. I am gonna get us out of here. This ain't over.
Ain't none of you folks interested in our adventures?
Guess we're more interested in escaping the hangmen on our tail.
Cheerful nymph of the prairie, wasn't you, Abigail?
Oh, sure. My fair heart jumps for joy when I set eyes on you, Micah. We buried Hosea, Dutch. Charles and I stole his body from the law one night and gave him a proper burial. It was real nice.
Yeah.
Well, here you is. Well, I asked everyone I could find, and eventually someone new said you fools were out here. Shit. Give me a drink or something.
Get your own damn drink.
In our absence, Mrs. Adler here has been looking after things. Now sit down.
This is Agent Milton with the Pinkerton Detective Agency.
Already?
On behalf of Cornwall, Kerosene, and Tar, the United States government, and the Commonwealth of West Elizabeth,
Here we go.
we are here to arrest you. Come out with your hands up.
Give them to a count of 5, then give them everything. Actually,
Let them have it.
So I guess that pretty much answers the question right there, that nothing really new happens if you decide to go straight to Lakay instead of searching Shady Belle for any of the clues. There's no new unique lines of dialogue, not an alternative cutscene, and I guess that makes sense because technically the rest of the gang members don't know whether or not you went back to Shady Belle. The only thing they know is that you were able to find them. So I don't know how useful this strategy or tactic actually is. I guess if you're trying to speed run the game, this is a way in which you can take a little bit of a shortcut where you can basically cut 6 to 10 minutes off of the mission. So maybe this is useful for some of you guys, or if you're replaying the game and just looking to avoid really unnecessary moments, I guess that's something you can do. Now, you might be wondering, what do you miss if you actually don't go to Shady Belle? Well, what happens is you miss Arthur essentially looking for the rest of the gang. And what happens is the Pinkertons arrive, and he has to find a clue to where his gang members have actually gone.
Milton keeps sending us back every day to search this place.
there quite clearly isn't a gang of outlaws held up here.
Look, those are fresh footprints. Looks like someone might be here right now.
Sure, someone is here. There's always someone everywhere.
Well, let's look around then. See if we can find something for Mr. Milton.
Mr. Milton, I'd like to find a poisonous snake for him.
That's enough, Mr. Johns. You take Mr. Bunter and search around back. Mr. Orley, let's head inside. Gentlemen, be careful.
So the Pinkertons show up, Arthur has to escape the house, and basically what happens is he can either read a letter from Sadie, or he can actually listen into the Pinkertons reading a letter. And this is what they have to say.
I found a letter. Mr. Tacitus Kilgore. That name mean anything to you?
No, I don't think so. I've not yet read the case notes. I've been working on a different case until last week.
Dear Uncle Tacitus, I do so hope you enjoyed your vacation. Lucky you leaving like that, and you always suggested you were too old for travel.
I hope you and your cousins enjoyed yourselves. Me and your grandnieces have decided to take a trip of our own as the place has become so dreary and God-forsaken in your absence. We have gone to visit relatives from Daddy's side. You are not yet acquainted with them in Lakay, a small village just north of Saint Denis. It's buggy and muggy, but apparently neither is too bad at this time of the year. Please come see us when you can. Yours sincerely, Caroline.
It's a trap. So we gotta go find Lakay. That's where they're holed up.
How can you tell?
Even a child could shoot through that balderdash. Keep looking. See what else you can find.
So that's really the only thing you miss if you decide to skip the Shady Belle part of the mission and go straight to Lakay. Unfortunately, there's not anything all that exciting there. Really the only thing that does happen is you cut down on the time in the mission, which, like I said, could be useful for speedrunning or just useful for some of you guys that are maybe playing the game a second time. But that officially answers the question, what happens? Well, the answer is really nothing all that special. The gang still recognizes you. They don't question how you got there. Everything proceeds as normal. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below, or better yet, you can reach out to me on my Facebook page. What are some other secrets, mysteries, and things you'd like me to try in Red Dead Redemption 2? I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And remember to subscribe if you guys are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5 videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.